So I just brushed my hair because it looked like a beehive. Anyhow, I'm gonna bring a review of this next. You guys, I'm gonna do that one with Amanda. So we're gonna watch it right now. I also wanted to say that I put up a poll for a movie for Monday between these two movies. So go vote on Instagram. It's greatly appreciated. And let's roll the intro and get into this review. So I decided to also do a review of The Killer Inside Me today as well, because it was losing in the polls and I wanted to go ahead and watch it myself. Anyway, sorry, I just hiccuped. So Casey Affleck's character here takes a case on Jessica Alba's character, and they're having a relationship together, and she's getting blackmailed, so he takes the case on her, and he figures that the only way to end the blackmail is to kill both her and the guy she's supposed to be marrying, and he ends up taking the money that she's being blackmailed with for himself. And he's also in a relationship with this girl who he plans on marrying, but then things get a lot more complicated than he wanted them to, and the cops start to catch on that it was him that is killing all the people, because he gives some of the money away to a kid, and I think the kid kind of gives him away a little bit, so he ends up going to visit the kid in jail and ends up killing him as well and making it look like a suicide. And that's when the cops really start to get on him about what's been happening, and he just pretends like it's not him, and that how should he know what's really going on. And then he ends up actually killing his wife, or his soon-to-be wife, because I believe there was a guy in the movie, now I'm not really 100% sure about this, so I could be wrong, but I believe there was somebody else trying to sort of blackmail him into another deal, and he said if he gave him the $5,000 he would be on his way, and they never see each other again. But anyway, he knew that he had to kill this guy, I guess, so he was going to make it look like this guy killed his wife, and then he ends up chasing him down the road, and the cops shoot him. And eventually he ends up going and spending some time in jail, and then they put him in an insane asylum, and he actually ends up enjoying the killing. He's a cop, by the way, but he's a very, very crooked cop, because he kills throughout the entire movie. I think by the end of the movie he ends up killing 5 people, and then right at the end of the movie he knows that he's done for. He knows that he's been caught. And so he makes sure that all the cops come to his house, and you actually find out that she's alive. Oh my god, that was shocking to me, because I had no idea that was actually coming. And then he stabs her, and the cops start shooting, and the bullet sparks the kerosene that he's poured around the house and blows up the house and takes them all out. So he knew what he was doing right from the beginning in that scene for sure. Now, I don't think he knew exactly what he was doing at the very beginning of the movie when he set up the first murder. It was definitely sloppy, because he punctured his own tire and tried to say that he got a flat and that's why he pulled off the road, and that it was the two of them that were fighting, and her husband or fiance were the ones that killed each other. And they were saying that there was no way, that the shot was too clean. There's no way that she would have been able to shoot him. She never handled a gun in her life before. But he played it off like, oh, well, you know, lucky shot, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. This movie had a really good cast. Casey Affleck, Jessica Alba, Kate Hudson, and I don't know, had the guy from The Mentalist too, but I don't know what his name is. So if you know his name, comment it down below. Some of the murder scenes were brutal, the murder scenes were a little bit brutal. They didn't show too much of like the second and third one, I guess, really, because it wasn't quite as dark as the first one, that's for sure, because he was actually in love with her, And while he was with her, he just kind of pictured being with her, even though he thought that she was dead. And I'm not sure if at some point he finds out that she's alive, but I think he does find out at the very end. Or at least he kind of had that suspicion, I guess. But the entire movie, she's supposed to be, or they keep saying that she's dead, right? So it really throws you for a loop at the end when you find that out. I would give this movie a 5 out of 5. It was good. It definitely kept you interested the entire time because you weren't sure whether he was going to get caught, but he kept a sound mind even when he was stuck in the insane asylum part. And yeah, definitely kind of worked out for him. I mean, he dies in the end, but I think he knew that he was going to have to take his own life. That was probably the only way that he was going to get out of it, because he didn't want to spend time in jail. Now, I'm not sure who the guy at the end of the movie was that came and picked him up, but I guess this guy was trying to get him out of the country or state where he was in, but I'm not sure whether it was supposed to be like his lawyer or something. But anyway, I guess he basically tells his lawyer that he doesn't want anybody else to get hurt, so I think if this was his lawyer, that he knew that what was going to happen anyhow. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this movie. I will see you guys. I'm already posting a review of, crap, why can't I think of it right now? Oh, 47 Ronin, right, because I promised that for this weekend. And I did this one because I just wanted to get it done because it probably was never going to win in a poll. And I have polls up for Monday and Tuesday, like I said. So, link as always in my bio for my Instagram account. And go vote over there if you haven't already. Also, I have my Snapchat on my Instagram, so you guys can follow me on there now, because I'm not the most active person on Snapchat. So if I had more people to talk to, I'd be more active. So go give me a follow on that as well, because I put my snap code up on Instagram twice now. So you guys can scan it and give me a follow on there too. Also on Twitter, all my names are the same, so I should be fairly easy to find. And I have links to all my accounts in my About page on my YouTube channel. So you just have to go over there and click on the links, and you'll find them. And that's it for this review. And I will see you guys later today. Peace.